This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. A man who wore silver and black forever, Sebastian Janikowski, kicking it away against his former team. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw is Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. K.J. Wright, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Clark. He's at the 40. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Go. Get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Here's Carr. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Penny, a 1st down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the shotgun, Wilson on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Go, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Come on, let's go.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They run again with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. Out to kick is Janikowski. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They start the drive with Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
They'll run again with Lynch, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Here we go. Express. Hey, 734. 734.
On third and long, it's Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on team for 4 preseason games, so I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you get a lot of really good competition in practice with the best versus the best from each team.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Wilson on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson completes it to Dixon. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
To throw is Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
734.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
4 down, 4 down. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. 637.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
4 down. Check. 694.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Roberts complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Down. 180. Purdue.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Third and long. It's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Tahir Whitehead coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Tyler Lockett now with the return. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top 5. It's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
Here we go. Get set, get set.
On second down, Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go Chief. 6-18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Hey, 7:34.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Down. 180. 6:18. 29. Who's right? 29. There's a hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
All right, get set, fellas.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Monday, down. 180.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Lockett the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
You know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Carr. He sets to fire deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Come on, let's go. 14.
back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Emmanuel Lemur in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Go. Get set. Hey.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Chaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key.